It seems we are all ready for the Addams Family Any Percent run by Indeed Rackpack. Just go for it. Let's go.
Good afternoon. My name is Enid Backpack, and it's actually my first one at this BSG, so I'm happy. First, I'm gonna reset the console, and yeah, you're gonna see the Addams Family Any Percent, where we skip basically the entire game. Usually, you're supposed to rescue 4 family members in order to get access to the final world, but we want to go fast, so we're gonna skip that. So before I actually start. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Yeah. All right. So, if everything goes planned, we're gonna finish this in under 10 minutes. So, can I get the countdown, please? Alright, as I said, we're gonna skip most of the game here, which we're doing by performing a very specific clip, which brings us basically to the final world of the game. Usually you are supposed to rescue 4 family members, but we're gonna use that clip to save about like 20 to 30 minutes. You just saw that I picked up a few items, 2 speeches and a sword. The 2 speeches, I can actually stack 2 of them at the same time. And they not only make me faster, they also allow me to get maximum speed, which will guarantee me to clip into a specific wall. I'm gonna taking this slowly because as soon as I take a hit, I basically can reset. Okay. So this might go faster than you can see, but I wanna go on that edge there. I wanna basically jump into that corner, and as soon as I hit the ceiling, I wanna face down the other way. The way how this works is I'm basically falling into the level again. Usually I just exit the level at the same way I enter it, but here you're not supposed to actually like exit this level through the entrance. So the game gets very confused, and if I fall down through the entrance, again into the level, then I get warped into the final world, and there was the clip. Okay. So, unfortunately, I already lost my speeches, but that's not a problem. I can get 2 more later on. So, yeah, this is basically the final world of the game. It's split in 2 parts. This chainy world, which can get very confusing because of all the chains in the background and in the foreground, and the caves. The worst part about this area is that there are no checkpoints. Usually, when you die, you get back to the checkpoint. But those levels are very long, and there are no checkpoints, meaning I don't want to die if possible, and if rather at the start of the level. So, I'm gonna get 1 more speech here, because we want to try to keep them as long as possible. The sword was not mandatory for the clip, but I can kill the enemies way faster. And also the sword actually allows us to defeat the final boss with 1 hit. Usually he takes like, I think like 12 hits, I believe? Okay, right. So we saw again, I got a hit and I lost the speed shoe. I'm gonna damage boost here a little bit. Oh. There we go. Okay, so I have 1 speed shoe that should be good though. As long as I don't lose it. No. I really love this game. The game also has really, really weird hitboxes. Sometimes, I mean, usually you're supposed to like jump on those enemies. And sometimes I actually hit him with my bag, and they still die and I survive. Okay, I'm gonna jump over here. There are no checkpoints in this game, but I can use this door, so that is basically my checkpoint. If I die, it will save me a few seconds. I hope I don't die. Which, once again, will bring me back to the start of the level. Also, one thing you will see that I'm doing low jumps and high jumps. Depending on how hard I press on the jump button, I will do one of the jumps. And sometimes it's actually very mandatory to do only low jumps. Alright. So I don't get a hit at certain points. Okay. Those birds really like it today. But I got the clip very fast, so I'm kinda happy. Let me get the heart, and yes. So here I can just fall down. The cycle of the enemies are pretty set, so if I don't see them, they don't move. Which really helps me. Also a very interesting thing is that depending on how fast you are, you can skip or pass certain cycles. For example, there will be a point where I only have to press right to move, and if I don't have any speeches, basically this part, or if I have 2 speeches, I can get just past here. If I have 1 speech, I actually have to jump to not get a hit here. Safe zone volcanoes. And you can also see we can swim here. All of the things in this game are not entirely deadly, so yes, we take a hit, but there are no instant death things. So we could technically do a lava boost, but we will not see lava in this part of the game, unfortunately. Volcanoes. Okay, to the river. Let's get that. I remember back in the days when we didn't found the clip. There was any percent around like 30 minutes because we had to rescue all the family members, which took quite a long time. And now we found this amazing clip thanks to Galbi because she was the one to find that clip. There's also another clip which is be done in the music room, which I'm not really consistent in, but it would technically save like 15 seconds over the route I'm taking. So and usually you're supposed to ride the gondola, but the gondola is very, very slow, and if I just bunny hop out of the water, I can skip most of the part. Okay, then I'm actually going to show you something funny. This is also the last, well, bad part. Okay. See, I just hit it with my nose, and I didn't got it. Okay. Because sometimes if you actually go faster, yeah, they're gonna lose no bro. I have no idea why. Probably because of I killed it with my nose again. Jesus. Okay. No. I'm stuck. Okay, I think that never happened before. Alright. Please. Okay, come on. What? Whoa. Wow. See, this is why you want to skip the gondola. Which we're now gonna do properly. So, hello, my name is Ian the Dragpack. Welcome to the Addams family, 80%. I'm gonna show you this clip. This skip. There's also another vehicle route where you ride a train, but there you can damage boost, but you cannot entirely skip the train because the train is riding on electrified rails. Oh, there we go. All right. So, Oh, it's actually time for the final boss. I'm gonna get one more heart here and defeat you. Preferably life as well. Also, every time I collect money and I get 25 of them, I get another heart, and with 100, I get a new life. Alright, so time for the final boss. The nasty judge. He kidnapped Morticia. And usually I can hit him on both sides twice. Already lost my speech, but that's not too bad. He always jumps in the middle, left, middle, right, middle, 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 left. But if he jumps down on the middle, I don't want to hit him, because then I will definitely take damage. Also, time is coming up pretty soon. Ooh. Dude. Okay, I'm gonna take it a little bit safe, because you can actually softlock the game here. If you kill him in the same moment where you die, the game thinks he's dead, and he won't be there anymore. And time. Yeah. In the same moment where you and he died, he basically gets despawned. But since you died before his death animation is over, it's like you died normally and you get back into the room, but he's not there anymore and Morticia's not there anymore, so you're completely alone. There's no way to get out. This is why you don't want to really softlock her. Yeah, that was the Addams Family. The first part went actually pretty good. There's actually one cool thing I quickly want to show you. Takes only a few seconds. No worries. There's also another category called All Bosses, where you actually have to beat all the bosses, which are the judge we just saw, the 4 bosses from the regular family members, and 3 optional bosses which increase your health bar. So I want to show you, because we are here in the portrait gallery, and I basically got asked by Xita to show you someone. In this portrait gallery, you always see 4 pictures of the family members. And if we go into the next room, I mean, memes, right? We're gonna have some memes. So I wanna, in this room. Also, most of those things are pretty deadly. And you already see her in the background. Do you know who that is? That is correct. It's Wednesday Addams. So, yeah, that was the Addams Family any percent. You will see me later with Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. And until then, enjoy the Wednesday, my dudes.
Thank you very much, Indy, for that run, and for quote-unquote saving the Addams Family, even though you didn't save anyone. You just went to the final boss. But whatever, you beat the game. Just before the next run, that is gonna be Disney Tarzan's Untamed by Double Double, I wanna quickly remind you that we have a couple incentives for that run. There's the language choice incentive, which is currently winning as the Spanish, but you can choose between Spanish, Italian, German, French and English, so if you wanna snipe a language, go for it. And there's also the Save All the Monkeys incentive, which has no donations yet, so if you want to get it, you've got to be quick.